Vamos con la parte, vamos a meternos ya en tu vida personal, vamos a meternos en tu vida profesional. Y la pregunta que siempre hacemos, la primera pregunta que siempre hacemos cuando tenemos un invitado es, ¿cuál es el primer recuerdo que tienes como fan de baloncesto y como jugador de baloncesto?
First thing that comes to my mind is my senior year in high school. I lost the state championship, and I was awful. I shot 2 for 20, and I was a scorer, and they played a boxing one on me, and then my first remembrance of my basketball playing career is losing in the state championship, losing in the Final Four of the NCAA, losing in the NBA Finals, losing in the European Championship Finals. I've gotten to the top of the mountain, but I've never won the championship. So, there are moments that I look at back in my career and am I missing something? And 99% of the time I say, no, I'm not. I'm celebrating my career. But every once in a while I wake up and I'm going, why can't I win a championship? Why can't I hold that trophy just one time?
And sorry. And as a fan, what is your first memory as a fan, as someone that is cheering for a club or a team?
The thing that comes to, I like teams that are connected and play so well together that the makeup of their team is multiplied because they understand how to play as a team. I think a lot of fans like spectacular talent, speed, size. I kind of like the connection of playing the game the right way, and that's giving yourself up, and it's a we game instead of a me game. The NBA at times gets to be a little individualistic. I like the teams that understand that you're stronger together than you are separate. And so I look at the game, and the teams I gravitate to are teams that overachieve, the teams that play better than their talent, and also the teams that come together as a team to win a championship.
Tu llegada a la NBA es como asistente en los Spurs, equipo para el que habías jugado antes. Mi pregunta, para los que no hemos visto al George Karl jugadores, ¿qué perfil de jugador eras?
Well, the guy that comes to my mind, he's a lot better than I was, but he played like I played, was Pat Beverly. I was a pest. I was kind of like, Pat's more talented than I was, but Pat likes getting in people's faces and bump and grind, and at times gets into fights. I think I was a better passer than Pat Beverly was, but I was more, I helped my team by playing hard, playing physical, and I think I had some savvy, some smart to my game, and I competed at a high level. I think here in America, The Last Dance has shown Michael Jordan as this incredible competitor. I was a pretty good competitor. I didn't have fear. I don't care how good you were. I always thought the game of basketball, there are ways to equalize talent by being a team player, by being a smart player, by doing extra work, better defense, smart plays, little things that win the game of basketball.
¿Tanto trash talking como Patrick Beverly?
Unfortunately, I have to say I was.
Okay.
I mean, I wasn't like today's trash talker, but I had no problem saying things to agitate or to irritate my opponent.
Tras estar de asistente en San Antonio, empiezas tu carrera en Cleveland, Y leyendo The Furious George, relatas las dificultades de hacer defender a un anotador como World Be Free, que mejorase defensivamente. Después estuvo tu etapa en Warriors. Y hay una cosa que me llama mucho la atención y es cuando dices que te reunías con entrenadores que 15 días antes o un mes antes habían sido despedidos y se habían enfrentado contra ti y les preguntabas cómo preparaban los partidos contra ti para así poder mejorar tú como entrenador.
Well, my belief is when you play in an NBA season, you play 82 games, and your eyes and your head think, you get into a habit that you might not be seeing the real stuff. So you bring in someone else, a coach or someone who coaches against you, or a good coach like Rick Majerus would come into my practices a lot, and he would tell me what he thought. So I always liked, for a better phrase in America, I like being outside the box and not inside the box. I want to do things and I want to coach the game different than maybe other people coach the game. I've always wanted to play fast, but defensively, I think, I tell a lot of young coaches today that we got to figure out how to use the zone in the NBA, because I think the zone is going to be a part. I mean, every NBA coach has his things he likes to do and what he doesn't like to do. And I'm always one that wanted to be thinking ahead of the game before it happened, rather than just be one of the status quo of 30 coaches in the league. Probably 23 or 24 of them do it the same way.
Después de esa etapa en Cleveland, llega tu etapa en España, en el Real Madrid. ¿Por qué vienes a España?
Well, I think when it happened, it was money. I mean, to be honest with you, Real Madrid paid me more money than NBA was going to pay me. What I love about my history is I went to North Carolina. And North Carolina is the best basketball fraternity in the whole world. I mean, we love it. We love our school. We love basketball. We love each other. And Real Madrid is a international, traditional, great organization, great champions. And when Lolo came and asked me to come, they were kind of on a downslide. And so I came in hopefully to bring championships back. And I'm happy to say that last year when I left to go back to the NBA, I think they won the championship that year. So, maybe I didn't accomplish it, but I think I've maybe been a little part of it.
Volvió un mejor George Karl a la NBA. ¿Tu paso por el Madrid crees que te hizo evolucionar como entrenador?
I have said many a times that my coaching in Madrid helped me grow up. I came there as a very young man that was, I think, talented, but maybe a little goofy, a little out of control, people might call it egotistical, other people cocky, whatever. And, going there and putting up with a different society with my family, trying to learn the language, trying to learn how to connect and communicate. I had to be more patient. I had to be more grounded. And I had to be smarter. I still made my mistakes. I said too many stupid things with my mouth. But the team at Real Madrid really took me in. I mean, I still remember all of them in a very positive way. Lolo and, some other people in management I go along with really well. I love Real Madrid. I mean, I don't hurt as much as I think the Spanish people do when Barcelona beats Madrid. I'm pissed off. I just think Real Madrid, the combination of Fernando's death and keeping the team together and keeping them on a good path. I learned that there is a lot of other things to basketball than just knowing basketball. You have to be a good human being. You gotta have an open mind. And I think living in Madrid was really good, not only for me, but for my whole family.
Entiendo que el momento más duro de tu carrera profesional quizá haya sido haber vivido en directo el fallecimiento de Fernando Martín, pero me gustaría que me dijeses cuál es el momento más bonito que viviste en Madrid.
I mean, we had a lot of good wins. You know, the one recollection was the year after Fernando died. I did the same year we won the Christmas tournament. I think against Kukoc was playing in that tournament. I think more than anything, the friendships, the connection that I made with the team. I see Kiki Villalobos sometimes, and Joe Llorente. I mean, there was just my assistants were really kind to me. They took care of me in many, many ways. I have a lot of fondness to Real Madrid. I came back about 10 years ago and saw some of the guys, and I really feel bad that I haven't come back more. I mean, I don't know if I want to coach at Real Madrid, because I think there are, guys that are doing a great job now. But I would be glad to help out Real Madrid in any way they'd like me to. I couldn't help out Barcelona, but I'll help out Real Madrid.
A nivel de juego, ¿cuáles son las principales diferencias que encontraste? Venías de la NBA y de repente te encuentras con un baloncesto, pregunto, diferente, muy diferente. ¿En qué era diferente el baloncesto NBA del baloncesto en Europa en aquel momento?
The biggest difference between Spanish basketball and NBA basketball is 8 minutes. The NBA game is 48 minutes long. The European game is 40. And I didn't notice when I went there, but those 8 minutes are really important, because the shorter the game, the more opportunity for the weaker team to upset you. In the NBA, a 48-minute game is so long that talent usually comes to the top. So when you're the underdog in the NBA, there are a lot of teams that are up 8 or 9 points in the fourth quarter, and the best team just shuts it down and they win the game. In Europe, with the 40-minute game, there's a shorter game. You have the ability to manipulate the game a little bit by the shot clock and shorten the game to where a weaker team can beat a better team. The other thing that comes to mind is zone. I think America, I have no idea why the NBA just doesn't say you can play anything you want to play. We still have illegal defense. It's not called very much anymore. But I think the game, the college game and the European game and the international game and the NBA game, in a strange way, are moving to be the same game. But in a lot of ways, that 8 minutes will never make it the same game.
Ok, una pregunta más sobre el Real Madrid. En este caso sobre Fernando Martín, que tú tuviste la suerte de entrenarle y que fue uno de los primeros en atreverse a cruzar el océano e irse a jugar a la NBA. ¿Crees que quizá en otro equipo hubiese podido tener una mejor carrera en la NBA?
I think Fernando Martin could have played in the NBA. I don't know if he would have been a starting player. I think he could have been a bench player. I think his opportunity, like a lot of, there are a lot of college players and European players that don't get to the right opportunity. They aren't given the playing time. They aren't given the opportunity to grow up and learn the game. And I think Fernando being the first it was difficult. It was probably difficult for him, but it was also difficult for the coach of the team he was playing with. You know, how do you fit him in? How do you work him in? The language barrier, even though Fernando spoke English well. There's still, I mean, there's an adjustment that had to be made. And I think Fernando, being one of the first, helped the others learn the adjustments faster. But I don't think Fernando ever got a fair shot. And he never probably got comfortable playing in America.
¿Los Sonics del 95 eran un equipo del 2020?